The beauty of character action games is the ability to express yourself with your combos, to combine different moves within a game and create a level of skill expression that expresses what you have created or what you experienced within the mechanics the game has given to you. So, for me, a huge pet peeve I have about this genre is the inclusion of puzzle and platforming segments. I despise the segments in between all of the games, bro. Any game that has this shit is dumb. Platforming within these games is so thrown to the side, it doesn't make any sense. Please, there is, if you guys can remember, there is a level in DMC3 of Dante trying to jump off a bunch of cubes. You guys can vividly remember that segment. Please tell me why that sequence had to be in the game. Please, why? Why do we have platforming segments in the game that are dedicated to character action? The entire point of the game is to express your skill and show how good you are at the game's mechanics. Why am I jumping up a bunch of cubes in a DMC game? It just pissing me off how these segments just come out of nowhere. You have to start, hopping and dodging some stuff so you avoid dying within some games. Bro, one of the worst platforming segments in any game I can think of was God of War's Hell stage. Please, there is a spike that's constantly rotating. And if it touches you, you just fall. You just fall to your death. Bro, the one reason why I haven't come back to the play God of War 1 after I finished it was because of that one segment. Like that one segment had me so annoyed and pissed off. That's I can't go back to God of War 1. That shit is just it just like anytime I take about oh my, the game is good, everything's interesting. But no, that one segment, that one platforming segment, I have to start figuring out how to climb up that this thing. Why am I doing this? DMC4's ending, that's a full-on platforming boss. You have to jump up and down the entire arena just to break some cubes or orbs on his head. And then destroy it, and then boom, he's a dead boss. But why? Why couldn't we fight him? Why couldn't we fight him normally like any other character in the game? I know we don't have the budget, but still though, like a platforming boss as the end of the entire franchise. Like for what reason? Why was it the point? At least just release Credo again or whatever. I wouldn't really have complained. But no, we had to start jumping up and down within this game that is designed for you to express your skill and feel awesome and interesting. Like, bro, this is not Mario 64. We're not here to jump up and down in a platforming game. And our worst contender is how games come so to a hot, slow pace as soon as the puzzle segment comes out. And the worst offender is Darksiders 2. If you have played Darksiders or like anything about the franchise, man, you know that the combat for the first two games impressive and interesting. The second game built upon the combat of the very first game, and they slowly, designed a full-on game mechanics with the character of Nightmare. This guy is an interesting character to play as. Every his combat flows well, and I was like, boom, this is a game that I can sink hours into. Just for me to be stuck in a Zelda simulator where I have to keep solving a bunch of puzzles. Bro, during the period of me playing this game, there was a level that was just constant puzzles. I'm not even joking. There's just a full-on puzzle simulator. And I was like, bro, what was this? I bought this game for the action, and I'm here, stuck, solving different puzzles for different rooms. So I can open the third room, so I can put the fourth room, then I solve the puzzle for that room, and enter the room. Oh wow, the puzzle segments. Why am I playing? I am not here for puzzles. I didn't buy a puzzle game. Why am I out here constantly playing some puzzle shows? It's pissing me off. Oh wow. I am here for these puzzles now. Yo, God of War 2. That one segment of you moving that pillar so you can figure out a way to align it with these lights so you can only open the gate. Why? Why am I solving puzzles right now? What's the point? This segment just be annoying me because it feels like filler within the game. It's like, bro, why am I here? Slowly just, putting these things together and then, oh yeah, if this light touches this light over here, and this light touches this light, and this light touches this light, boom, I'm in. Why? I don't need to be figuring out light shit when I'm playing the game right now. I'm trying to like express myself, feel some, like, feel powerful, feel strong, feel like the goddamn god of war. I'm not here trying to figure out a full-on thesaurus of puzzles so I can open some small gates and go by. This segment just be pissing me off because like they just feel like filler. But compared to like other segments, like Unreal segments, oh my god, Jesus Christ! Like, please do not do Unreal segments. I'd rather take a million puzzles. I'd rather take a million platformers, but Unreal segments are worthless. That's why they even put them in the title, bro. Them nonsense. Please, they should not even near any game in the future. I don't want that shit again. The reason why I'm making this video bad is not just to complain. is to set a precedent. What do we as a community choose to go forward with? Do we choose platforming to remain within these games, or do we choose puzzles? Because in a way, I would still prefer platforming because I despise puzzles within these games, bro. They have a really annoying way of trying to like figure out, oh wow, if you do this stuff right here and you do this stuff right here, you can open this door. I'm tired of that nonsense. Okay, every single puzzle game that I've played, the only game that had intuitive puzzle design was Loki Ninja Garden. That was the very first one. And probably DFC 3. DFC 3's puzzles were not that insane to like go through. But God of War 2, them puzzles were retarded, bro. What was I doing in that game? So, but still though, I'm not really going to drag myself down and complain about this. I want to set a precedent for the future that we go forward with platformers within these games. Now, I hate platforming within action games. I despise it, but I can understand why it exists. According to the people that played DMC5, they said that they hated the fact that the game was so narrow and dynamic, which is like, bro, why are you complaining? That's the best thing about the game. So you have the chance to enjoy the segments of attacking people. And you're complaining about the game is too linear and it's too simple and there's no platforming, there's no puzzles. Who cares? You are playing an action game. I feel like Capcom delivered in that kind of front, but you know what? The people want their platforming bullshit, so I'm not really going to hate on them that much. But we need to come to an understanding with these mechanics. Do we stick with platforming within these games, or do we stick with puzzle segments? Because for me, I rather both is got out of the genre. But if I had to choose, I would prefer platformers. So any ideas, just put it down. Until next time. Good night.